Luis Guillermin is very pretty. It's what he is. And I love him. I love his design. I love his voice actor. I love his battle themes. It's all great. Even his fucked up worldview is interesting. And I wish that the game actually sort of would have had a bit of a better conversation about him, and I don't know, maybe try to justify him or talk him down at the end rather than just fucking killing him. But whatever. What I want to talk about today is the way his design gets worse and worse. And it bothers me because his initial design is pretty. It's kind of feminine, androgynous, whatever you want to call it. I like it. I fuck with it heavy. Because by giving him this, like, I guess, bell shape, but he also has the big shoulders, and the cape, it just makes him look strong, but classy. I fuck with it. Ugh, this is good. Really good. Really good. The problem starts to come in with his in-game model, which is not expressive and just is ugly. Every character's in-game model doesn't look good because they don't have a nose, and they're very simple. And it worked in Soul Hackers 2, I want to say, because the game just had a different art style. I think it was like a different artist or something too, but that game, it kind of knew better not to have the characters like face forward, and that's something that and whenever they did, they'd have like a little shadow on one side of the nose, like the typical anime thing. And there's nothing wrong with having a style where characters are not meant to face forward, because that is just how 2D art is. Like fucking what's his face, like the thing where or Goku from the side, from just like straight from the side, that shit looks disgusting. Don't do that, and that's fine, because that's just how making characters work. You aren't meant to see everything from every angle. Like, if you look at yourself, you a human, if you like go on your phone and try to take a selfie with like the phone like down there by your chin, it'll look disgusting. You'll look like a fucking blob, and you're not meant to do that. When you take a picture, you sort of have to like push your neck out a little bit, so you can sort of I guess sort of make your whole face shape more visible, so it doesn't blend to your neck. Actually, that's a quick little tip from me, yours truly, for free. Anyways, what was I talking? The models. Yes, the models. The 3D models in Metaphor don't look very good. That's it. That's don't really all I have to say. Like, I just wish they would be expressive, and like they put a little more effort into giving them like their own unique face shapes. And this was even a problem in Persona 3 Reload. I couldn't take any of the in-game cutscenes, the 3 in-game cutscenes, seriously, because they just didn't have faces, and it's so much worse for the I feel, no, it's not really so much worse, but it is especially worse in the case of like no, it's not. I was gonna say it was worse for the female characters, but no, I'm thinking back, and Junpei really did not change his face at all. He could not emote. No one really looked good in that game. The models have just been terrible. It's just like Sonic all over again. Although it's Sonic again, because Sonic still has bad models in his games. Anyways, actually, I didn't check Shadow Generations. It might be good. I don't know. Shit. So that's Luis. Base form Luis. I like him. I might even love him. But moving on to Luis's second form. Not the one without the horns. His second form, the one that you fight in the boss. This is ugly. It just feels like they wanted to make him look more royal, more magical, and more beautiful. So they kind of took off his clothes to reveal his dirty twink body, and I just don't like it. Because what made Luis for me was kind of the androgyny, and I feel like I feel so strongly about this. I believe that Luis's next forms, as he evolved and grew more powerful or whatever, should have looked like a drag queen, because I just feel like they aren't represented enough in fantasy, because those are the people, in our world most commonly who use, makeup and wigs and all these big pieces, and you'll hear stories about how fucking how they have the AC blasting in like dressing rooms or whatever, because they fucking need it. You're wearing a heavy ass wig and the makeup and the outfits. It's a whole thing. Things to like what's it? I don't know what's it called, but like the thing to make your waist look smaller. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, sorry, I'm not an expert, but yeah, Luis's next design, it just blows. He doesn't look strong. He looks weak. He looks weighed down. And just, I don't get it. It's like, it just, because I know they wanted him to look like Griffith. They wanted him to look pretty, like something you'd see like out of like, what's it called, Shoujo or Sailor Moon or whatever. But that, you're trying, you don't get it. You don't get it. You're leaning into the wrong thing. You're not supposed to make him look dainty and frail and weak. You're supposed to make him look beautiful and graceful, like a bird. He's supposed to look like a bird. I don't know why I'm saying a bird, but like Luis is about strength. He should look strong. Maybe like a bear or something just like big or domineering. And I don't like with this big cape and stuff. You had something, and then you threw it away to give him some weird fucking wings that look way too big for him. And like I guess it's incomplete. It's intentionally incomplete, but it just doesn't look good. It moving on to his third form. Wow, this is terrible. I'm subscribed to this chick. She's Furry Wolf Z. She does like speedruns of Megaton games, and I found her through the Persona speedrun, which, as funny as it sounds, yes, it's like 11 hours long. That's like the best time you can get. Yeah, so when I watched, because she uploaded her fights of like just the bosses and stuff, and I'd watch them just so I could get a read on if like I really wanted to get the game, and surprise, surprise, I don't have the game. It hurt to see that they just sort of, and I know what happened. The game went on for too long, and they decided to wrap that shit up, because Soul Hackers 2 did kind of the same thing, where the way a game is supposed to go, and and if you remember English class, you remember the whole the thing where it's rising action, climax, and then falling action. And I guess Metaphor tried to do that by having the boss have a few different forms, like two weak forms and then one big one, and that's the climax. But I think that the writing also has an impact on the final boss, because and the gameplay also, because in, let's say, Persona 5 Royal, when you fight Maruki, everything is great. Throw Away Your Mask and Keep Your Faith, 2 amazing songs. Adam Cadmon, I love. That's actually my icon on the PlayStation. I just like looking at him. Beautiful gold man. Maruki's a weird fucking gold outfit. I love it. His writing, I like it. He's great, but it's so fucking easy. It's terrible. It's horrible. So I don't get it. So conceptually, my problem with Luis's boss is that he's just a big thing you fight, because that's how you end every JRPG. Your characters stand on a rock and they fight a big monster, because that's exactly what happens in like every Persona game, and it's just boring. I hate it, and I hate that Metaphor did the same fucking thing. What I wanted to happen, like if I just don't get it, like you have a whole party and you always gang up on one guy. Why didn't you, like, I mean, I guess it would go against Luis's character, because he values strength and doing everything alone. That's what he wants. He doesn't want people to work together. So having him be his own thing that you fight is fine. That's fine. And I guess maybe if the fight, I don't know if the fight is easy or not, because I didn't play it myself, but visually he just doesn't look like one thing. He's sprawling. He's a mess. I just don't get it. Like, if you wanted to have 3 different targets, why didn't you have Luis split himself into like 3 clones, and then maybe he could like mentally be breaking because he's splitting himself into 3 clones. it's just bad. I don't like it. And the colors are terrible. He's just like a black thing with like masks or something, and he just looks frail and just, like, he looks big but also frail, and this is a bad kaiju design, man. I don't know, like, he's no Godzilla, he's no Muto, no Skullcrawler. Those are the only ones I know by name. Sorry, I'm kind of a fake fan, but he's just kind of big and everywhere, and it looks like like if you made that like a figure, I would be able to push it over pretty easily. I don't know. It's just not good. Luis's final form is terrible. He's just a generic, spooky, scary angel, and he still has the stupid mask. And I will admit, the thing with like the way they sort of bring back his long eyelashes through the veins in his face, that is great. Very Tokyo Ghoul-esque, but I'm sorry, the whole angel thing is just done to death. Like, I know Luis Cypher, Lucifer, I know, I get it, but did you have to do that? Is that what you had to do? Like, he was already dressed in white. Like, I knew what you were doing. You had the angel bit, and then you made him completely white again, and I guess that would have been cool and uncanny, but I don't know, maybe they should have had like a different view for Luis's world, because he's trying to like I don't know. Like, maybe his aesthetic should have just been completely different, like just bathed in shades of white. I don't know. It's just not good. Like, it's boring. It's just boring. I don't. It just felt like a big monster you fight at the end of an RPG. That is exactly what it is. He's just a big monster that they fight because the game has to end, and it sucks. I hate it. He's not even my goat, but my goat is washed. The guy I kind of liked just got shit on by the narrative and doomed by just having terrible fucking designs. Like this, I don't know. Why weren't his transformations inspired by magical girl stuff? Maybe this is just because like I was watching the thing recently. I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl. Indie animation, check it out. It was very good. It was pretty funny. Very cute too. But anyways, but Luis is so pretty. I'm just saying, like, just commit to the bit. You just made him a monster. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody came up with something a lot more creative and it was turned down last minute because they just wanted to do something more traditional. But yeah, disappointment. It's a disappointment.